Did you know that 12% of children start using a cell phone between the ages of just 1 and 2? It is a surprising statistic, and it's also deeply concerning. Early exposure to technology can make children more vulnerable to online predators and human trafficking, often without their parents even realizing it. Today, 65% of kids under 13 have their own phone. That means millions of children are regularly online, often without safeguards and often without supervision. Even more alarming, research shows that 89% of sexual advances towards children have through internet chat rooms and instant messaging platforms. We discovered this eye-opening information through Chains Interrupted, a nonprofit dedicated to fighting human trafficking through education, awareness, and advocacy. We sat down with Teresa Davidson, the CEO and co-founder, who shared powerful insight into how technology is being used to exploit children and what we can do to raise awareness.
I know that social media and the internet deeply impacts human trafficking because in 2020, when the pandemic hit, everybody went online. The kids all went online to do school and all things, and the predators all went online. Everybody went online because we were isolated from human contact. And so that's how we got our human contact. We got on Zoom, we got on Teams, we got on, that's how we did our work. All the kids started doing work on school, schoolwork online. And human trafficking absolutely skyrocketed. I see so many kids exploited so badly on social media. I I I know that there's good things to the internet. I know because my mom is very sick, and without the internet, there's a lot of things she couldn't do. Right? Like I see the impact, but I also see how many kids are being financially sextorted, and these kids are taking their lives within 30 minutes of the first text that they get.
Victims of financial sextortion are typically boys between the ages of 14 and 17. Tragically, a growing number of these cases have ended in suicide, highlighting just how serious and devastating this crime can be. While teen boys are most often targeted, though any child can be targeted.
Say I'm a 14-year-old girl and this stranger says, hey, you're looking really cute. And I start talking to them. And then they say, send me a nude photo. And I say, no. I say, oh, Teresa Davidson said, never do that. So I'm not going to do that. Well, all they have to do is take the photo that's online fully clothed and use an app, and they make a nude photo anyway. It's not even the person that it says it is. And it's out there, and that's child predators love that. Then they'll download it, and then they start collecting it, and then the traffickers, now that person has a vulnerability. Financial sextortion, they blackmail the child with this photo, and we get calls about this all the time.
This isn't a rare issue. It is constant reality of today's youth. Online exploitation is happening in the space where kids live every day, on their phones, in their games, and on their social media.
We very rarely have to convince kids that this is an issue. So I talk to parents, right? And I have to convince them that this is an issue. I have to convince them that these are the statistics that we're seeing. This is what's happening. And they're just like, mind blown. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. Kids are like, oh yeah, like, yeah, this is happening. We see this all the time with our peers, and we're getting, requests on our phone all the time for meetups, and, send me a picture, from strangers online and stuff. They're being inundated. And so they're very well aware that this is happening in their world.
This is why educating parents, or education in general, is so important. When the risks children face online are understood, we are better equipped to respond to help and protect them. As part of that effort, Chains Interrupted has held local events to raise community awareness, including one called the Red Sand Project.
Yeah, so the Red Sand Project is a nationwide project where you pour environmentally friendly red sand into the cracks of the sidewalks or parking lot or wherever you are to kind of symbolize all the people that fall through the cracks in this. It's really a powerful event. People come together and just do that. And then we take photos of it. We do sidewalk chalk sayings and art and take pictures of it and post it on social media just to raise awareness. But we'll do that. We usually do that for July 30th is World Day Against Trafficking. So January is national and then July is World Day. So we do that to raise awareness.
It is important to remember that human trafficking doesn't just happen in faraway places, it's happening in our neighborhood, on our children's screen, and in silence. But awareness is the first step to prevention. Talk to your children, learn how traffickers operate, share what you have learned. Together we can make sure no one slips through the cracks.